gets used to simple drawing, bending, twisting. And this is a 1-inch pipe going through as the twisting bar, okay? 1 inch or 3/4 inch, okay? Simple as that. And then for function, you get strength by doubling this up. This is a Dittmeier original. It's half oval, all right? And it was came upon by mistake. I was twisting it up, didn't like the twist, began to back twist. I go, whoa! And this comes out, okay? With now forged ends, all right? And I sat in my shop in Smyrna, Delaware for like half an hour saying, what can I do with this? I still haven't thought if I can do it. So here's a poker. This went through the pickle bath and the matte finish. But you can't, the wire brush can't reach all the areas. But what I'm moving towards, maybe you want to do a contest on this one, is with the baby boomers entering the elder years, is walking sticks and walking canes. All right. All right. Different designs. This is heavy, but some of these, some of these pieces aren't that heavy. All right. I also did this. It's in my storage now, but maybe 2-inch half oval. It's not a tight as a twist, but again, it's made into a sculptural piece. And mounted that. I mounted that on steel.
So that was you twisted that and then untwisted it?
Yeah, so irregular twist and irregular back twist. Use the water, okay, and just, it's all free form. Don't try to be exact. Okay. I gave this sort of show at the Guild of the Potomac when they needed a substitute. I had been, back in the 90s, a regular demonstrator now and then. But then later, I think 2004, they needed a substitute demonstrator. So late Sunday afternoon, I was giving this show. So I did this. I said, how's that twist made? If you were there and know the answer, don't say it. Okay, are we ready? Anybody want to guess it? Are you stumped?
One rib down one side.
Okay.
I'll scream. Oh, that's pretty cute.
All right.
So the ridges are from the facets of the square.
It's got a round rod in it.
Yeah, I think I forget. I'm going to show you another one where I flattened it into the parallelogram, or the diamond. Okay. And that doesn't take too long. It sort of stops, it's, the twisting sort of stops. It grabs the round, you don't go twist it tighter. Of course, you cool it as need be. So, National Cathedral, you see the yelling big twist. They look like this, but again, boom. All right. And this is done cold under the treble hammer, or if you want to. And it's just very, so the idea is, one of my approaches to life, when you go to the fitness center, the most effort for the least work, the least product. And blacksmithing is the most product for the least effort, right? So here you get a great twist, you know, without the heavy forging, trying to forge that down from solid. And this got pickled, and this has the matte finish on it. And then continuing, not hexagonal, the diamonds together, tight. Oh, I'm not going to pass this one around. I think you see it, right? You want to see it? Hold it, touch it. Okay.
Yeah, this is just where you twist this. Holds it all over in a minute.
All right.
You said this one was cold by hand?
No, the collapsing around the interior quarter-inch square was cold. It was hot twist.
Twist, okay, I
Hot
was going to
twist.
say, man, you must have used a machine or something.
Yeah, no, a machine would do it. So, texture, all right, and this is just then together, okay, sparkle, glossy finish. But then I made this, think of a wall console here, and then a post, the texture of this. All right? And all it is just over the anvil. This is not too bad either. But then you have more twists. You've seen these before, I think, in the books. But this is 2 hexes. It's going from, I haven't touched these up since I made them, but from scale to scale with acrylic to wire brushed with acrylic. And then a flat and 2 squares. You've seen these before.
How'd you get such a uniform twist though?
Eyeball. Well, actually, I had this great water tank, stainless steel, had double forged, this high, down, had a great edge to it, and it had a tray here with a pipe vise, and then a guide here, and just put it in and eyeball it. You eyeball it and cool it. Then over here have big slab of wood and a wood mallet, and straighten them out as you need be. You all need, want to see this? This is standard. You want to see this? Okay. All right. So, do you recognize the, call them rivets? Recognize those? So, horseshoe mud nails. You recognize the backdrop?
Piece of
Rail.
channel for the top of a railing.
You got
turned
it?
upside
Yeah, you
down.
got it? And this is just like the horseshoe, which is clenched over. So there's no welding here. So I get the idea of using ready available parts. Okay. Then in Florida, making these into ginkgo leaves and round out the shank, turn it around, and became earrings or parts of jewelry. Okay. Out of the mud horseshoe nails. More. All right. This is simple. Well, we'll ask. First, how's that twist made? Real simple.
Looks like it's wrapped around something.
Yeah?
And then fold it fire.
It's actually just two rounds, you remove the other round.
Yeah.
is remove the other round, and that other round comes out wacko, and I'm going to market those somehow, okay? Then how to get the taper here?
You pull it.
As I recall, it was just the vise, just squeezing it in the vise, okay, getting it down. And remember back, well, the first round of air hammers, American made, were by the two fellows in North Carolina making, well, the trip hammer, trip air hammer. So I have one of those. Of course, they've been surpassed. They're no longer remade, but they've been surpassed. But it's just, you know, call it the German smashing. Okay, but it's interesting. Again, the pickle, the wire brushing, the Rust-Oleum enamel. Don't know how to use that yet.
John, have you ever sandblasted your scale before?
Yes, yes. I had a contract for 2 Art Deco tables, large, and I sandblasted those and then wire brushed every surface. What I'm working on now is a homemade tumbler. So out of the vinegar pickle bath into the sodium bicarbonate neutralizer, you know, baking soda, into a rinse, water, into the tumbler, so it won't be the wire brushing every inch. And the tumbler, my own design so far, is the big black pickle barrel that pickles come in from Vietnam, in this case, as the lid. So you have it's lightweight, it's long. Then lining it right now, so far, using the swimming pool foam noodles, cut in half. Because in tumbling, you don't want the media, the ceramic media, or the rock, or we'll use ceramic media, and the workpiece is falling. All right. Who has a tumbler? And usually it's a steel tank with fins in it and a lot of small pieces of steel.
I need fins in it, just let the stuff slide and it kind of
Okay.
goes over by itself, but, you know, as much as it needs to.
Good. How's it come out? Like a matte sandblast finish or a matte finish?
No, like burnished, like
good.
almost polished. And I use steel, I don't use ceramic. I just use nuts and bolts and
Good.
punch outs.
And what's your drum?
It's a old air compressor tank.
Okay.
It's mounted on a couple of pillow blocks.
Right.
I have it mounted under a table so it's out of the way. And
Right.
I've got a 1/5 horsepower gear motor.
But it's loud, right?
It's loud with large. I found it's loud with large media, large punch slugs.
Mhm.
But if you use smaller stuff, which actually does a better job,
Yes.
it's pretty bearable.
So it is.
And
It is
kind of
tum-
swish. You hear, you know.
That's right. So
the
it's
stuff kind of goes up and
it's
it
tumbling.
goes swish.
Yeah.
It goes
So
up.
some smiths have these tanks. They put fins in them, and the pieces are falling down. But you want to go. What he's doing is a tumbling, and if this was, you want. I don't know. I'll finish up. But it's going to be lightweight, and it's going to hopefully be noise free. Okay. And rather than use the steel media, I'm use ceramic media, which is light. And then it's going to be driven by rubber tooth belting. Right. Okay. Da-da-da-da. So moving on, we still have some things. How long do these demonstrations go?
You've got another hour until crowds.
Another hour?
Yeah.
I can do it.
I welded some hinges. I just cut it. No, I cut a door about that wide. Cut that one about that wide. Hinges and bolts. Hanging on it, around it, so it's flat. No,
Okay, so with Bill Kishner, you may not know this, but his father, an Austrian blacksmith, established District Ironworks of Washington, D.C., leading ironworks. So the family was well-to-do. And apparently Fred Dittmeier, his father, would travel to Europe, probably visit family, but became friends with a Paris blacksmith, Paul Kiss, known through his ironwork of Art Deco Paris, 1925, Paul Kiss. And so when I grew up in blacksmithing, I had Art Deco ironwork around me from the Kiss shop. And you had these small, I call them ginkgo leaves. So I was forging them from, you know, solid, I think, 1/2 inch or 3/8, a lot of work. So in the end, I took the steel discs, cut them into thirds, did the arc weld through a shank, washed out the weld, and cross-peened. And I don't have it here, it's in storage, but a ball peen where the flat face has been forged into a nice round, not perfect, okay, to get into here, all right? And then using needle nose. Right. So I have various ideas. And then this was pickle bar brushed. I didn't reach the inside, and also I didn't reach, I've done this before, is just silver paint. Touch that up with silver paint, okay? So you still see the scale here. All right. So other variations, right? But this is, oh, where's the, there it is. Other variations, but the silver one, of course, has been the one that's been pickled. So again, going back to using available parts. Roses, you know, there's a lot of work in the stem, the leaf work. So I went to the trophy store and bought the marble bases. Okay, they've been drilled out. Then I go into lamp parts now, and they have black granite bases. You know, they've been drilled out already. So, you know, and not that many petals either. Just 3 layers, all identical. Okay. And a bolt, just a bolt has been sent through, not even welded. Machine screw.
Dorothy Stigler taught a trick. She takes a little piece of absorbent material, I think it was just cotton, and she puts it down in the center of the rose, and then she uses a scent extract of rose or something like that. She said, have a whiff, you know?
This exercise in texture, the disc. I used to cut the disc, okay, into 4 petals, overlap. I didn't bring those along. But from Julius Bloom at the time, steel collars. So this is a nut, like a long wood screw. I was going to make drapery drawbacks. Tiebacks, thank you. And then liquid steel and inside silver paint. The vinegar cut into the liquid steel, but you didn't touch it up. But then you look at the tiebacks, you go, there's just as good as that one.